Hi everyone, this is Lisa from Solution Evolution. I just touching base with you today. I just finished my morning workout and my meditation routine, and I wanted to take a few moments to talk about what came up. I have been pushed over the last year, and specifically really over the last several months, to rid myself of the things that have been negative, people, unhelpful patterns, anything that has taken me on the road toward toxicity. And I have been purging and purging and purging for specifically the last year. And it brought me up to some of the things that I run across in people that I know, people that I work with, clients that I take on. And what I've recognized as a pattern across the board is everyone has bad habits. Everyone. And how we use those bad habits to serve us determines whether or not they're going to become toxic. So I'm going to talk a little bit about toxicity and recognizing the patterns that lead us to that. What I know is when I recognize something that isn't serving you as a client, as a friend, as a family member, if I bring up something that isn't serving you, it might sting. It might sting a lot. But I challenge you to take what I'm saying and internalize it and find it anywhere in your habits. Bring yourself to the point where you've become so aware of it that the next time it comes up, you don't let yourself fall into that pattern again. What I know you will find is first you'll be pissed off. It will really suck. I will look like an asshole. But I'm not bringing it up to point out something bad in you. I'm bringing it up so that you can bring yourself to a wholeness, to a fullness, to a balance. And what that balance looks like is I'm in control of my behaviors. I'm in control of my choices that create those behaviors. And I'm definitely in control of my beliefs that created all of it. And what I would ask you to do is you could be mad at me if you want. It's okay. It'll come back around. I know it will. So I will ask you to look at the behavior, find yourself where in your life you're doing it repeatedly, and then stop in the middle. I mean, wherever you find yourself in that pattern, stop in that pattern and ask yourself how you can turn that around to better serve you. What is going to bring you to balance? What's going to bring you peace? And then allow yourself to sit with that new thought for a little bit. And once you sit with the new thought for a little bit, let it create a new behavior, and let that behavior create a new pattern, and let that new pattern become your new belief, and vice versa. What I've seen in the process of people identifying a pattern within themselves, is first you get really angry, then you want to blame, then you want to hold tighter to that behavior or that process or that thought or that belief. You want to hold tighter to it and justify why you have it. And then while you're justifying why you have that behavior, you get a little pious in it. The anger shoots back at anyone around you who's identifying that behavior. And then you feel pulled back in, drawn in, and you feel a little bit alone. And in that alone space is where I would ask you to really let yourself let go of that behavior. Because what will happen is, as you move into the new behavior and the new thought and the new belief, you start creating a new pattern that lets you be who you really are meant to be, who you are at the core and center of you. And once you start being that person, you start drawing into you experiences that edify that person, that honor that person. You start bringing in people that see that person. And then you come around full circle and you can look back on that old behavior and say, wow, yeah, I was pretty tight to that. I was pretty tight in. I was pretty much, it was painted on me. I was it was me. And once you step far enough away, you could see that that wasn't you at all. That was some unhealthy coping mechanisms. That was depression. That was maybe things other people painted on you, how other people view you. And I can almost guarantee you every time that if you start the process with, how do other people perceive me? You can go in and root out the things that people, now you can't change what people think of you, and that's not my point. My point is to always edify your journey with the truth. And so when you get yourself to the point of recognizing the pattern, whether somebody gives it to you, tells you, conks you over the head with it, whatever it is, take it internal and really work through it, because in the end, what that's doing for you is helping you evolve into the person you really were to begin with, by eliminating the layers that other people are viewing as you, and you didn't even know they were there. So it's really important to pay attention to what people are saying, doing, thinking, just in your healing process, because in that process, if you see how other people are viewing you, then you can really look in and say, wow, is that how I mean to project myself out in the world? Is that how I mean to show up? Is that what I want for myself? And then that's where the real journey begins, inward. And once you take more and more time to go inward, source, your higher self, helps you purge outward the very core of who you are into the world. And then that is how you're seen. Now, whatever anybody else does with that, beyond that, once you've healed yourself, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people think of you. It doesn't matter what people say about you. It doesn't matter who comes after you. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you see you. And you can't see you clearly until you take out the lens that doesn't let you see how other people perceive you. Because that is important. It doesn't matter in the end once you've healed yourself, but it's a great indicator on where to go inside and what to heal within you, so that you are always projecting out of you who you truly are. So I hope that helps you today. That was my killer workout and my meditation coming through in a little bit of wisdom. I hope that it helps you. I'm off to shower and start my day. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.